Well, good morning, kids. Today I am in the neighborhood of Stepney in the borough of Tower Hamlets in an area otherwise known as Mile End. In 1381, Mile End was the site of a very important piece of British history. That is where Wat Tyler and the Peasants' Revolt wound up meeting up and having an altercation with the king and his men. So the Peasants' Revolt started in 1381 when a bunch of Kentish serfs basically said they had enough of all this serf business, which basically was indentured servitude. They were forced and tied to the land. They couldn't get married without their lord's approval, etc., etc. They had had enough, particularly when the king enacted a poll tax on them, and they really had enough when a guy by the name of Wat Tyler saw his daughter get interfered with by the king's tax collector. They had enough, started a gang, took off west across the country, terrassing and destroying everything that was in their path. They entered the city of London. They sacked a lot of it and had a battle in Mile End with the king's men. The king was holed up in the Tower of London, the 14-year-old King Richard II. Eventually, the king said, you know what? Okay, fine. We'll get rid of this serfdom business. We're going to be all done with it. Let's have a meetup. Wat Tyler and his crew met up with the king and his crew to hash some things out. Wat Tyler rocked in and apparently drank from a flagon of wine in a most unbecoming and rude manner, which infuriated the Mayor of London so much, he drew his sword and stabbed him and killed him right there because he thought he was being disrespectful to the king. That was the end of the Peasants' Revolt, and it took a little while longer for serfdom to leave, and it left a lasting impression on British history.